Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I will be doing a video on the fact that not the Beatles, One Direction compared themselves to the Beatles, saying that either they're equal and or better than them, and yeah, now statistically and you know graphic wise, like top 100 wise, they are better than the Beatles. I will give them that. They have recently, they've had more hits, sort of say. Um, and yeah, but in no fucking way, or could they compare themselves to the Beatles? Because theoretically and like top 100 wise and all that, they are better than Beatles, but they do not have the type of fan base that the Beatles have. Also, the songs are not as memorable as the Beatles. I could only really name two, maybe three songs from One Direction. Best song ever, which is actually the worst song ever. Tonight let's get some, and Live While We're Young. I believe it's what it's called. Tonight let's get some and live while we're young. And yeah, that's all I could think of. And what's the one that was insecure? You don't know what for. Do no 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 no. Ooh, ooh. No. Everybody else but you. Ooh. You wake up. No, not the one I'm thinking of. That goes. Do no 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 no. Whoa whoa. You don't know you're beautiful. That's the one. That's really the only thing I could think of. The Beatles. Here I could name a bunch of them like right now. Hey Jude, Yellow Submarine, um, Tomorrow, Yesterday. Okay, to be yeah. Let's see what else. What's it called? Uh, I have it right there on the tip of my tongue. Let it be. Yeah, let it be. Help. That's six already. Right there, that's six. Um, and those were the ones that came off the top of my head. I mean, yeah. I have said in a previous video, another One Direction video, the best song ever video reaction video, that Hey Jude is my favorite song. So there's another, you know, thing that I think they don't compare. They don't have as memorable songs. Yeah. I mean, you have, and to be fair, there are aims for like maybe 15-year-old, between 5 and 15-year-old girls. Okay, practically. The Beatles, their demographic was all over the damn place. And to be fair, I don't really think that. I mean, they're a boy band basically, and I don't really think, in like in a couple of years, 10 years after they're all done, they would be that popular anymore. Because I think the last biggest boy band after them was the Backstreet Boys or New Kids on the Block, and I really haven't heard like I know they have had popular songs, but I can't really think of any of them that have the people still jam out to, listen to, and they're like, this is such a good song. I haven't heard, you know, but with the Beatles, it's different. It's been like 30, 40 years since the band split up, and you're still hearing on the radio, "Hey Jude, what's going on?" or "Help, I need somebody help, not just anybody," or "We all live in the yellow summer." I mean, here I actually have the songs here somewhere. Let me get them. So I mean, so you could, if you got, for those who don't know who the Beatles are, which I do want to smack right across the face right now, I'll give you some of the songs I have from the Beatles. This one is "Let It Be." It's kind of a slow song at the beginning.
When I find myself in times of trouble,
Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. That's Let It Be. It'll submarine. Help. Let me start. Help. I need somebody help, not just any. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a side. And yesterday. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, so yeah, what the fuck does what the fuck do One Direction really have? I mean, really, I barely even remember three. I remember two right off the top of my head, and I had trouble remembering the third one. Beatles, I shot five right off the top of my head, and I had one on the tip of my tongue. It took me maybe 5, 6, 7 seconds to remember it. The other one, it took me nearly 30 seconds to remember it for One Direction. The You Don't Know You're Beautiful one, it took me a whole 30 seconds to remember it. Let It Be from the Beatles took me about 10 seconds to remember that son of a bitch. Their songs are more memorable. They make more sense. They're more meaningful. They have better voices. They're classier. I mean, actually they're in the 60s, but they're better by a shitload than One Direction. One Direction could only really touch them by hits, by the amount of hits they've had recently. I mean, but then again, teenage girls are stupid. I mean, I only know one teenage girl that prefers Beatles over One Direction. Any other girl, you ask them, would you prefer One Direction or the Beatles? Are them One Direction, One Direction, One Direction, One Direction. The Beatles, One Direction, One Direction, One Direction, One Direction, One Direction, One Direction, One Direction. I literally asked yesterday on my, because it was more of a bet, because me and this boy who's gay, we're debating on what girls prefer, the Beatles or One Direction. I ended up winning. Kid's an idiot. Yeah, only one said Beatles out of, I think I asked 20 girls. So, that says a lot. Only really one of them has common sense. Do we? Yeah. So I want to applaud that girl because she actually does have some common sense. My friend's an idiot, and the Beatles. I'm not. The Beatles are awesome. One Direction sucks. They won't. And plus, Beatles have their own music disease named after them. Beatlemania. What other musician could name that? I mean, okay, got Bieber fever, but that one's stupid as hell. Okay, Bieber fever's dumb as shit. So technically, I don't even consider Justin Bieber a real singer, in my opinion. It's more like autotune. But music-wise, okay, let's consider Bieber fever. Let's go Beatlemania. What? I mean, name a disease for One Direction. I know their fans are called Directioneers or some shit like that. Yeah. So yeah. In my opinion, the Beatles are better. Justin Bieber shouldn't even have his own disease name, musical disease name. Bieber fever. I don't know. I consider it just for this debate, but in reality, I wouldn't really consider it. So forget Bieber for now. Between One Direction and Beatles, One Direction sucks. Beatles and Beatlemania is awesome. There's really no debate about it. I mean, yeah. So this is Daniel. This is Daniel Moore. Comment below on who you prefer, the Beatles or One Direction. Yeah. Subscribe if you're new around here. I do have other videos on other well, another one on One Direction, and what best song ever is actually the worst song ever. But I do have other videos, Walking Dead, a couple of RIP videos, RIP, a couple of TV show reviews, movie reviews, and other just a bunch of other silly videos, and yeah, um, if you guys want, share this on Instagram, MySpace, Vine, Twitter, Facebook, and yeah, this is Daniel Mart signing off.